joining us again. Yes, again. You see, in church, we always celebrate first timers, but I think we should celebrate second timers and third timers even more. That you join us the first time and you have come back again and you have come back again. I celebrate you. Thank you for joining us on this podcast of Worship Gist with Vashtie and Phemie. I am Phemie Ndagana, and I am here with my beautiful, my delectable, one and only
Say that again.
Pastor Vashtie.
You don't spell that.
My beautiful wife Vashtie. Say hi to your people.
Hello, everyone. We're glad to be here again. And thank you, just like he said, for your consistency in following our podcast, liking our videos, supporting us. You are the real MVP. And we love you so much. Thank you.
Yes, the real MVPs. Thank you for joining us. It's been an experience. It's been an experience going through this worship gist, starting and having another session, having another edition. We never knew that we would get to this point, but God has been faithful. And because of you guys, because you have always followed us, because you have loved what God is using us to do, and you are following, and we are here again. So we say thank you and thank you. So today, we're going to be talking about the music minister and her church.
Why her?
Normally when they say topics like they will say his. Mm-hmm. It's always masculine. And then if you use the correct English and you say the music minister and their church, some people will be confused. Are you talking about many people? Man, so I just said, okay, since it is Minister Vashtie that we're going to be talking about today, so let us take the worship minister and her church.
Okay.
So are you ready?
English lecturer.
My mama na English mama study.
Okay.
My mother was a professor of English, so
and your wife,
if I know Sabi,
your wife,
and my wife is a graduate of English education. So if I know Sabi English, I know go ask me a question.
Yes,
so the music minister and her church, and we're going to be talking about no one else, no other music minister than the one that is next to me here, Vashtie Phemie Ndagana. Nice to meet you, Vashtie.
Put your hands together for her.
Everybody blow your trumpet.
And I got it, blow trumpet.
All right, so Vashtie.
Yes, my love.
My beautiful wife.
My darling.
I'm going to be stoning you questions today, like I did the last time.
The ones I can answer, I will answer. The ones I will dodge, I will dodge.
You will not dodge
Our
any question.
Josh will help us to answer.
You answer every question. If Josh is going to answer a question, you pull him here. He will enter the camera. They will see his face. And then you answer the question.
That's almost
I know can you see person where they snap picture, where they do video, you like to make them snap them.
I wonder.
You can tell us through why they like snap, but you know I'm making them snap them. All right, let's start with Vashtie. We'll get to Josh later. All right, so I have one question for you.
All right, sir.
What church do you attend now? And what churches have you attended in the past? Can you just give us your tell us your church background?
Okay, should I start with the church I attend now, or should I start with my church?
Okay, you can start from the church you were born into.
In fact, I was born into an Orthodox church. Orthodox, full-blown Orthodox.
Which of the Orthodox?
Now, if you ask me, I want to say Baptist, but I want to say Equa and Baptist. Okay, why is it Equa and Baptist? I was attending Equa because Baptist was quite far from where we lived, but my parents were going to Baptist. But since Equa was just a stone throw to our house, so we could just run there all the time, and most of the kids around were attending Equa.
Your house in Oklahoma?
My house in Kaduna. Ooh. Yes, I'm from Kaduna State.
It's a KD babe.
Yes, full blown.
Southern Kaduna.
Yes, Southern Kaduna. Chongai. Baju. All right. So when we came of age, should I say when we came of age, when our dad knew that, okay, these people can actually start going to where we worship. He just felt that it's important that the family is together. So we all went back to Baptist, and then that's how we continued there.
Okay.
So from Baptist, after secondary school, I had to go and spend some time with my uncle in Lagos. So when I went to Lagos, they were attending NAF Protestant Church, Ikeja. And because they were attending that church, I had to attend the church too. It has a little of Anglican background, but very, very, very good church. I learned a lot. I grew in my spiritual walk. And
you had a nice time in NAF Protestant Church because you know Grimmy Rest with
NAF
Protestant
Church. I had
Church.
a wonderful time.
Shout out to
shout out to NAF Protestant Church Ikeja. I had a very good friends. I was in the youth fellowship. I was in the youth choir. It was just an awesome time for me there. And I will not forget Reverend Okoye. That man has been a blessing, a mega blessing to my life. Thank you so much. I celebrate you. But let me come back to the discussion. All right. So when I left Lagos, because I had to come look for admission for school, I came back to Baptist again.
Okay.
Because that's where my father is. So I was coming back to my father's house. So I came back to Baptist, and then I met my guy. And we got married, and and then the guy was attending Living Faith. And I remember then, Living Faith had just one branch in every state. So when we got married, we were attending Living Faith. I think the one in Durumi.
Okay.
But we just felt that we needed a smaller circle where we could be able to relate with people, at a closer level. And we were moving from one church to the other, looking for the church. So when we stepped into my present church now, we just knew that this is the place. And my present church is Living Faith Foundation, also known as Chapel of Grace. The general overseer is Reverend Dr. P.J. Olaya. And I've been there for about 15 years now.
Yep.
Yes, and it has just been awesome. If I had not joined Living Faith Foundation, maybe I would not meet Joshua. And some very amazing people, Ima, Tobe, a lot of them.
I don't change your name. Okay, beautiful. Can you give us your music background? That's your music journey in church.
Okay.
Did you start music in church?
Where else?
So tell us your music journey through all these churches that you...
Okay. My father happened to be a choir master and a children's teacher. My father was somebody that loved singing. So he doesn't want to know whether you're a Christian, whether you're a Muslim, whether you are a traditionalist. Whenever you come around him, you guys must have a time of singing, and as his children, because we do morning devotion mornings and evenings, so we must sing. Sometimes the morning devotions is a special number, so you will sing. He will teach you how to sing. You will sing hymns. In fact, I think my father opened our head and poured Baptist hymn now here. So it's so easy that when a hymn is being sung, I already know that this is the lyrics of the hymn, and it's very easy for us to sing. So that's ignited my love for singing.
Okay.
So while I was in Ekwa, I was able to join there's this thing this fellowship they call Zumuntanya Mata. I don't know if they still
it's
do
not Zumuntanya Mata.
No, it's not Zumuntanya Mata. It's Zumuntanya Mata. That's fellowship of young girls.
Oh.
Yes, I think I was about 7, 8 then.
Wow.
So we go for the fellowship, and we're not having all these instruments.
Were you a young girl? That are you a baby?
I was a young girl. What are you saying?
That's fellowship for babies.
They didn't have all these instruments. It's all these local instruments, the ones that they use their hands to do. Very nice, And I from there, I just knew that I have a thing for this. I love doing this, And then, even though at that time I didn't really understand the how deep songs are and how we can use it to connect to God in the place of prayer and other things. But as I kept on doing it consistently, I started growing to understand it better. So I don't just sing for singing's sake, but I sing because I understand the meaning of what I am singing. And the rest they say is history.
Yeah. There's a story you told me about one time you led praise and worship in in Baptist.
Yes.
And somebody came up to
you. My father.
I beg, just us.
Okay, I think it was after secondary school. So I came, when you finish secondary school now, all those you're feeling. I'm coming back from school.
Yes.
So I came to church. I joined the choir. Officially now, I joined the choir where we have adults. There was a particular man, I don't know why I can't remember his name now, but very, very good man. He pushed me. He knew that, okay, there are things that I needed to learn, and I wasn't really learning them as I should, but he was always encouraging me and pushing me. Okay, we call him Mr. Labaran.
Okay.
Yes, Mr. Labaran. So he will push me and say, Sister Vashtie, you can do it. Sister Vashtie, you can do it. So one day he now said that I was going to lead praise in church. I didn't sleep at home. I was thinking, how is it going to be like? Will people even listen to what I am singing? I didn't even understand that you have to sing on key and things like that. When we say we sing now, that
yes,
time
now,
when you're in the kitchen, you're singing. You're singing now. You are qualified to join
toilet.
choir.
Yeah, in the toilet. And it was after secondary school. And in secondary school, I don't know, did you have a stint of secular music when you were in secondary school?
Yes. I had a book. I had a book. Like this hardcover note.
Yes.
The long one.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So you were not copying notes, you were copying songs.
Yes. I could spend hours copying songs, but I would not copy my notes. Oh, Father.
When you mentioned Baptist hymnal, I just remember that I also had a hymnal in my head, but it was a Bob Marley hymnal. Now God save me, I will be ganja boy.
Ah.
When we start singing reggae, when the theater ahead and we start, Vashtie. Vashtie, please, you're telling us about that story.
So that Sunday, I led praise and worship in church. That was my first time ever in the church. In secondary school, I was doing it. But in church, probably because you're seeing adults. In secondary school, it was just our age group, our peer group. But in the church now, you're seeing adults, your fathers and other people. So you're trying hard to impress. And in the process of trying to impress, man, I was singing on different keys, different beats, And for me, I thought I was just doing something good. And like, wow, I did well. I was giving myself some kind of appraisal. And after service, one of the deacons, Deacon Isa Marcos, he's now a pastor, he's a general overseer. He now came to me, he now said, my sister, he has the gift of encouragement. So he said, my sister, you did very well, but with time, you will grow. You will get better. I did not need anybody to tell me that, come on. You failed.
You mean? He said, my sister, you suffer us. In a good way.
Yes. But the good thing is that the choir director never relegated me because of that. He still gave me opportunity to grow, and I had other people also pushing me and mentoring me, people that I looked up to, and gradually it kept on getting better and better and better. So I owe them a lot.
Beautiful. So are you still in the choir?
Sure. Choir till I die.
Wow.
I see these whites. You see very elderly people in choir. But when I come back home here, I don't know, especially in many of our Pentecostal settings, you don't see elderly people in choir. I even hear people say they retire from choir, and then you only see young people in choir. Like, it's kind of weird for me, because for me, honestly, I don't see myself leaving choir till I die.
Wow.
Like, I'm going to be in choir.
So you've been in choir since you were in Zumuntanya Mata?
Yes.
And you're going to be in choir till you die?
Yes.
No, Allah, let's go there. That's beautiful. All right, so I'd like to ask you this question. What are the common challenges that music ministers face in church? because now we're looking at you now. You have gone through the motions as a kid, grew up as a young lady, and a married woman in the choir.
Yeah.
You minister. You have an album to your name, working on another one. You have a few singles to your name, and you have a ministry you've been running for more than 3 years now. You have some experience about being a music minister and belonging to a church. So what are the challenges that music ministers usually face in church?
Okay, first of all, I would say one of the major challenge is support.
Okay.
Yes, because many music ministers, especially when they start, we definitely begin from the church. The church is always our starting point.
Not only music ministers,
even
secular musicians
yes.
usually start from the church.
Yes, the church is always our starting point. But where we begin to have challenge is when you don't get the support that you need from the church. Before you know it, you begin to get attracted to other things outside. Because for you to start a ministry or probably do an album or something, there's something you have seen in you that you feel that, okay, I can use it to bless souls or give it to the world, you understand, to bless them, to uplift their spirits, to minister to them. Now, if you don't have people around you who are cheering you up and saying you can do this, who believe in you and show you that, okay, like in the case of the pastor that I said, told me that, sister, you did well.
Yeah.
But you can do better.
Yeah.
He knew that if he had just come and say, how will you be singing in off key? And he would have just killed my spirit. Maybe I will not be here today. But he had to apply wisdom to be able to tell me this is what I should do. You understand? And that did not discourage me. Instead, it encouraged me.
So this support you're talking about is like moral support?
Yes, I'm coming to other support.
Okay.
But first of all, I'm talking about moral support.
Okay.
So if we don't give people the moral support that they need, especially in church, we are indirectly pushing them out. Yes. And then another thing again is, one of the things that really, really hurts me, because that's happened to me too, is that when you make efforts to stand out, and maybe you minister so well, and you know that the Spirit of God moved here, and not because you're taking any glory, then you hear them saying, thank you for wonderful performance or entertainment. Like, it can be discouraging. It will just kill your morale. Imagine me praying and fasting and preparing for a song. I've received words from the Lord, and I did the ministration, everything, and when I finish, and then they will say it's an entertainment. I don't know.
But sister, if what you have, you said you saw something in you that God has put in you to take out to the world. If you indeed have seen that thing.
Wait, did you call me sister?
Baby, if you indeed
don't call me sister again. I'm not your sister.
You should know your sister.
I'm not your sister.
My sister in the Lord. If you indeed have seen something in yourself that God is saying you should take out to the world, should you be discouraged by what anybody says?
Well, sir,
do you need to depend on the applause that you get from people, or what people are going to say about what you have done?
Sir, let me tell you the truth.
Do you need it? Sir, is it compulsory that chance should be given to you?
Sir, let me tell you.
I will tell you a story when you're done.
See, the truth is that for me, Vashtie, I really don't wait for that. Because if I was going by the accolades of men, maybe I will not be doing worship with Vashtie today. You know now.
I know.
There are times that we know how much we spend doing our monthly editions. And there are times we do monthly editions and you just see 24 views. You want to say, why is it like that? But God has helped us to grow to the level where we know that the gospel is for one person. And if that one person is blessed, then we are good. So even if we spend millions doing a program, it could be that program, those millions that we're spending, is because God wants to rescue one person. And that's how precious we are in the sight of God.
Yeah.
He could go to any length for us, But that's because we have attained some level of spiritual maturity. Some other persons, they need words of affirmation. They need encouragement. They need prayers. They need support. You understand? And when you put people down and don't give them the support that they need, they will go to where they are going to receive the support. And God forbid that they go to the wrong places for support. Sorry, sir. Yes, I want to say something. Another thing that we also need to understand is that this support that we are talking about, whether we believe it or we don't believe it, everybody on earth needs some sort of support. Whether financially, morally, emotionally, or in whatever way. Sir, you are my number one support. And the truth is that imagine me doing all that I'm doing and I'm not getting support from you. No matter how hard-hearted I think I am, I will break down one day and cry because I'm not getting support from you. So support is very important, especially from the church.
Yes, but now, my question now is, we need to really put this church in context. Mm-hmm. Now, this support that you're asking, must it come from like the church authority? Must it come from the church leadership? Must it come from the pastor or the pastorate? What if support comes from others and doesn't come from the church body? You know why I'm saying this? I'm a children teacher, and I've been a children teacher since my teenage. In fact, I think I started being a teenager at 14 or thereabouts. And so there was a time in Yola, we had a program. People in Yola that I remember will remember very well when I say this story. The time in Yola, we had a program. It was a children program. I had done a lot of rehearsal with children. You understand? We rehearsed the songs we were going to do. And there was this a cappella that was done by Brooklyn Tabernacle Choir that we learned. And I taught the children. And we came and did the a cappella in church on a Sunday morning. And it was beautiful. Other people were clapping and cheering us. The children did very well. You know, children something like to be rowdy, to be one kind, disorganized. But when children do disorganized things, they're always beautiful. And when we were done ministering, and we went back to our seat, the pastor came up. The pastor then, I will not call his name. He came up and he said, "What did you people come and do?" Because in the song, what we did, some part of the songs is ta-na-na-na, ta-na-na-na-na-na. So when he came up, he was like, "You people are very lazy. You will not go and learn new songs. You cannot write songs for your head. You just came up and you just did ta-na-na, ta-na-na nonsense." I can never forget. He said, "You people just did ta-na-na, ta-na-na, not in church." He said, "You people just came and did ta-na-na, ta-na-na nonsense." The pastor. The children were down. I felt as if the ground should open and I dropped inside. But you know something? Other parents around met me after service and said, "Sorry for what the pastor said. You guys did very well. We enjoyed your ministration. It was beautiful." So I got support from other members of the church and not necessarily from the church authority.
I have something to say.
I'm not necessarily from the church authority, and I'm still a children teacher. And like you're going to be a music minister till you die, I'm going to be a children teacher till I die. So this support, the reason why I'm saying this and the reason I'm driving it, I'm playing devil's advocate now. For a point to be driven home.
Yes.
Because many times we get very, very discouraged when we don't get support from the church authority.
Sir, I would like to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you see, we have kids, right?
We do.
And it's actually true. We do have kids. All right. You know very well that, say, for example, one of them has an injury.
Yeah.
And everybody is saying, sorry, you'll be fine. Oh my, sorry, it's this, it's that. If the sorry doesn't come from mommy or daddy, and mommy and daddy are there, whoever is telling them sorry, no matter how important that person is, that sorry is not complete until mommy or daddy says sorry. So that is how important leadership support from authority is to so many people. You know, they are not saying that, "Pastor, give me money."
Some are saying that.
Oh, okay, some are saying that, but they may not necessarily be saying that. Some may not necessarily be saying that. They're just saying, Pastor, can you support me? I have a concert. I just need you to be there. Yeah. Call me and pray with me. Show me that you appreciate my song. Talk about the song in church. Yeah. Encourage the choir to sing my songs.
Yes.
You understand? Encourage the choir to sing my song. When you come up to minister, raise my song. Deliberately learn my song and sing it. By the time pastor sings it, see, the authority of the church has so much power that when he starts to sing one song, the whole church will begin to sing that song. Let me give you an example. There's a song that Daddy sings. You have all it takes to bear that name. I want to assure you, sir, and I'm not going to be sorry with what I'm about to say. If Daddy had not taken this song and sang it, many people will not be singing this song.
Very true.
So
Very true.
That alone has boosted the courage of my brother who sang the song.
Right.
You understand that Daddy loved this song and sang it. Some will say, hey, the song is not worthy of singing and what have you. But he sang it.
Yes.
And all of us now are singing it everywhere. So we need the authority. Don't give us money. I sing a song, the blood still speaks, the blood still speaks. When I see one of my pastors singing the song or leading the choir and singing the song, sir, the joy in my heart is not because I'm taking the glory of God, but that God has given me something and that my authorities, my spiritual authorities appreciate it and believe in it. That alone means a lot to me. I'm sorry, it's not an attack on any pastor, but I just feel that this support is important. Some of us may not really mind. It will not affect us. But some other persons would even decide to leave your church and say, nobody is supporting me. And maybe there's one pastor somewhere, even if the pastor is fake, the pastor sang his song, the person will run to the church and say, didn't you see that I sang my song? There's this song that, I didn't know the song, but it was the song that made this guy to win the award in Love World, Moses Bliss. I live above the systems of the world. And then he had You're Too Faithful to Fail Me and others. But when they said that was the song, and it was Pastor Chris that, promoted that song. I went to find that song. I listened to the song. The song ministered to me. I still sing the song. So support from leadership, choir leaders, music directors, pastors, goes a long way to show that the church is with us. I hope I'm speaking for all other people. Thank you.
Okay.
And I did not shake anything.
I want to assure you that I am your pastor.
And you sing my song. I'm sure you do. I love you so much. Thank you, sir.
All right. So, but what do you say about guys? And this is first-hand experience. About guys who are music ministers who the church has supported, maybe financially, but has given moral support, and then they wax one album. They do album launch, and they are gone. They suddenly become bigger
than the church. Well, those ones.
Many pastors have had this experience with many of these guys. We usually say parents don't stereotype, pastors don't stereotype, don't look at everybody as the same. People have different, but usually when something happens as a trend, it tends to stick. And like I'm telling you from experience now, we can count 2-3 guys in our church who after one album.
They did not give us rest though when they were waxing the album. But when they did,
so now what do you say about stuff like that coming from?
Well, I would say that there's a program we do in our ministry in Living Faith Foundation. It's called Sorting Out. I recommend Sorting Out for all of them. All of them, they should go for Sorting Out. They need to be sorted. They can meet me for further information. Well, that's on a lighter note. But I think one, they lack mentorship. Many of them who do that do not have mentors. They don't have people they answer to. You understand? They feel that I am a lord. I am a lord by myself. So
like say album, they don't make person blow.
Yes, if I just wax album like this, I don't blow. so I can promote it, I can do sponsored ads, I can do this and that. So they don't feel that they don't need the church, they don't need the pastor, or they feel that, my level is too big now, so I cannot be here.
It's enter YouTube small, because, you say, I'm now social media personality.
Yes, no, content creator.
I'm sorry, man.
Yes,
content creator.
or influencer. They are influencing in the social media. Hallelujah.
Amen.
But the truth is that they don't have mentors. So they don't have people whom they listen to, who will correct them and tell them, no, you can't do it this way. They just feel that this is how I should do my thing, and I'm good with that. And then secondly, their motive is wrong from the beginning. Because why do we sing songs? To win souls,
yes.
To edify, to minister to people. Yeah. But a lot of people who are waxing?
Say it again,
waxing. Well, a lot of people who are releasing albums, I beg, which kind of waxing? I be waxing. All right. A lot of people who are releasing albums, they are doing it because they want to shine. Okay, so that I'll be popular too. So that I will be like Dunsi. So that I will be like Nathaniel Bassey. There's nothing wrong in wanting to be like Nathaniel Bassey. So
that when they are talking, you say, hey, how many albums you
yes.
get? How many music I don't get?
But it's wrong to have that kind of mindset. It's not competition. You understand? If you understand your walk with God, you will know that there is process. There are processes you must follow. And that's why there's this thing that people say that, honestly, I hate it. I'm not saying that don't say it, or if you feel it's cool for you to say. But me, I don't like it. And what's that? I tap from your grace. I don't believe in tapping from grace, because why should I tap from a grace that I'm not ready to pay the price for? You understand? Leave this, don't leave me. Let's talk reality here. How can I say I tap from grace? Okay, somebody is telling me that I'm praying I'm spending 24 hours with the Lord. And then the person comes out and releases a song, and everybody is firebrand. The fire is everywhere. And then I will now stand up and say, I tap from the grace of this person. And then I cannot even pray for 5 minutes. Which grace, for heaven's sake, which grace am I tapping?
Mama is out for them.
I'm out.
Mama is out for them today.
Just recently, we had, what do they call it? The cooking competition, yes. And I saw people posting online. Tapping from grace. I said, which grace? You think it's easy? Even me that love to cook, I told myself that, see, you have to work, because I heard that the girl has been working for 5 years, planning for 5 years. And apart from that, her foundation, she has been cooking for when she was small. Her mother was teaching her how to cook. Some of us just wake up one day and say, no, these people are doing well. I tap from their grace. I'm going to wax album. You will fail woefully, my dear sister and brother.
All right. There's this... from music ministers, some in church usually ask for a pay. You understand?
I mean, you want put for
banana peel. You go step on up now. Ask for a pay. You understand?
You just are doing her like this.
Don't mind him. I saw it. Okay. I ignore him. So they ask that they should be paid for the service that they are rendering. You understand? For the skill that they have acquired, and they are rendering a service. Okay. So a laborer is worthy of his wages. Okay. We have the pastor in our church before. I'm not going to call his name, but if I mention it, I'm sure he would know. One sister who was a choir member, a singer, asked that she should be paid for singing, for leading worship, that she should be given a salary. So he now asked her, say, my sister, let me ask you a question. He said, if you come and sing and there is nobody to sing to, are you going to be happy? And she said, no, there have to be people now. He said, okay, so if you are saying that we should pay you
for singing,
that means we should pay the people that sit down to listen to you. Are you of that school of thought?
No, sir. I don't believe.
So you believe that singers, music ministers that ask for a pay should be paid?
No.
Which one are you there now?
No.
No, all of them.
No. Wait.
They should not ask for pay.
Now,
or they should ask for pay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, ma'am.
If you say singers and music ministers...
You know we're talking about a music minister in their church.
I know.
So
are you saying that they should be paid in the church that they are serving?
Yes.
No, it's wrong now.
Why is it wrong?
Why is it wrong? Sir,
why is it
wrong? It is wrong in all ramifications, sir. It is wrong in every aspect.
Excuse me, ma'am.
No. Don't excuse me, sir. Wait, let me talk.
Let's say I'm an electrician.
Wait.
And I'm a church member. And bulb spoils. And I go up and I give professional advice and I fix the bulb. I spend man hours to fix the light. And I ask for a pay. Is that wrong?
They used to do it for secular people. You used to do it. You used to do it only in church just to fix lights.
It's not only in church.
You do it everywhere,
it's only
right?
in church they used to sing.
They sing in club too.
No, I didn't say club. But it's only in church. Now my mouth
let's
use my mouth to onion.
Wait, sir, that's why I say you should allow me to say what I want to say.
Say, man, say. Should I say the talk for Luther? Say.
Let me say.
Say.
If they say that they should pay them because they are singing, sir, the pastor who preaches to us, all of us, plus including you and me and all these people,
yes,
we should pay them
is it not
for
being
feeding
paid?
us spiritually.
Is it not being paid? Is it not being paid?
Which of the pastors?
Whatever.
Sir?
I'm not talking... Okay,
wait now. I'm going somewhere.
I'm not talking about my pastor.
Excuse me, sir.
But our pastor's not being paid.
Excuse me, sir. Wait now. We're going somewhere.
This one,
no, sir. Listen. I wish you could just calm down.
I'm calm. As I am now, I'm calm.
All right. You said payments.
Yes.
If they are giving them stipends, I understand. I agree. I fully support 100%.
Sisters,
if you are singing, you should be given stipend,
salary, all is pay. Is it right for them to ask for pay?
I don't agree. Okay. Stipend is not pay, sir. Stipend is not pay because how much would they give you as a stipend that will take care of every of your need?
How much
would they give you? How much
would they give you a salary that will take care of
their transportation,
okay,
then some other unforeseen contingencies.
Okay.
That's what is done. See, nobody can pay a pastor. I'm sorry to say, but nobody can pay a pastor because no matter the amount that you are paying him compared to what is given, it's not going to be enough. You understand? So it is God who pays. It is God who pays. It is not man that pays. True. Just that those stipends are more like to take care of little things like logistics, like running around, here and there. And that's just it.
So in essence, if a music minister says, okay, I don't want to ask for money for what I'm doing, but I have to come from here to here always to give this service. I have to do this. I will not mind if I am giving something that can cover for my transportation just for a little pocket money. If a music minister asks for that, there's nothing wrong with it.
There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong.
No, I agree.
If the people that are calling you to come and sing for them will not use their church mind to know that you have need of these things, please, sir, don't be ashamed to ask. Tell them, I need transport. I've not eaten. I need where to sleep. It's very important because you will not come and sleep on the rock. And then you will not trek, whether from Lagos to Abuja or from Lugbe to Jikoyi. You will have to move. And they have to do something. And people who have empathy will know. You have already costed it and know that, okay, it cost 5,000 naira from Lugbe to Jikoyi. And you say, okay, let us add another 5,000 to support this person. I'm just using that as an example. I'm not saying that that's the benchmark. But it's important that we do that. So that those are the things I'm talking about, encouragement too. That's another way that the church can encourage and support people. Thank you, sir.
She won't beat me today. She won't beat me today. See, it's worship gist with Vashtie and Phemie.
I did not say it's worship fight.
Don't beat me.
Now they push me.
I know which buttons to press to bring out the fire in her. Okay, who is your pastor? And has it been your support to you?
Pastor K. Pastor K. Pastor K. I want this part to specially be shown to Pastor Kunle Adeyemo. If we talk about support, this man, he pushed me. Sometimes he over pushed me. Sometimes I say, what is it? Why is he do as if the thing is his own and it's not my own? That's Pastor Kunle. You understand? He's ready to release his cameras. He's ready to release what is it? What is this thing that these media people put up that they used to use for video? That thing that they used to throw.
Drone. Okay,
He will give us his drone. He will come with his camera to snap pictures. He will ask, how prepared are you? What have you done? This and that. And because of that, he's also my mentor. So I put him in the picture of everything, every step of the way. Sir, this is what we have done. This is how far we have gone. This is. I remember the last concert when we wanted to use another venue, and he was cross. Why would you use? He insisted that we have to change, that we have to use our church, and we gave him reasons why we will not be able to. And then we also said that we have paid. I hope that you allow us this year, Sha.
the other day when a studio disappointed us.
Yeah.
On the day we were going to have worship with Vashtie, got to the studio, we're waiting for the people in to finish their session.
Some of the experiences we've had.
And we stood there, and our time, it was going to be live,
feed.
What they call it, live stream. And our time was already getting close. And those people were still inside the studio. Only for the owner of the studio to come out and say she has to give us back our money.
At maybe 10 minutes to 5.
And or was it? We're going to go live at 5. 5
minutes to 5, and we're going live at 5 p.m.
I just called Pastor Kunle and said, sir, studio has disappointed us. We are going to use church. He didn't even mince words. He said, carry on.
Yes.
That is how Pastor Kunle has been.
His support is massive. He supports financially, morally, spiritually.
Thank you, sir.
Every
Thank you, sir.
All the leads.
Thank you, sir.
He's awesome.
and Pastor Titi, his wife.
Yes.
She will listen to the songs. She will tell you this part. You remember that
Yoruba
song?
Ayotide.
She will tell you, do it like this, do it like that.
She will always ask about my well-being. You know, have you rested?
Yes.
Are you prepared?
Yes.
How about the kids?
Yes.
Have you kept them somewhere? She's always concerned.
So,
that's why we talk about support from leadership.
You're a lucky minister.
My brother.
You have support around
yes.
You
know, there's even one that during sorting out, when I greeted Daddy Moses Olajide and I was going there, and he said, worship with Vashtie. I just thought like this. He said, I follow your program. The joy in me. You know, he didn't have to give me any money or give me millions, but saying that he follows my program, man, I was excited. So even if you're not doing anything, the person is doing a live stream, follow. The person says, share my video, share. The person says, like, subscribe. It doesn't take anything. But some people will refuse and say, why should they do that? It doesn't take anything.
Anytime I talk to Mommy Jo on phone, she will say, how is sister? She's blessing
yes.
us. She's doing well.
Yes.
That's the support that we're talking about. So thank you, our pastors in Living Faith Foundation.
They are awesome. They are.
Thank you very much. All right, so this is the last question. Joshua, I know my time is up, but I'm going to take
You cannot rush us, sir.
No,
you will not.
I'm going to take this last question. So, what is your view on loyalty to your local assembly?
It has to be 100%.
Will you fix a concert or a program that will clash with your national program?
All right. Let me answer this question by sharing my experience. The reason why we are here now and doing this thing now at this time on this date
is because
because the church has fixed a program that is clashing with worship with Vashtie, and we have to schedule our own program. We have to keep changing and running up and down to do it.
What she's trying to say is that worship with Vashtie for this month is supposed to be on the 28th.
Yes.
On the 28th, but our church has a national program that will be holding on the 28th. So we had to quickly reconfigure, and so worship with Vashtie this month is going to be holding on the 21st.
Yes.
Sunday the 21st. So please join us, worship with Vashtie, Sunday the 21st. It's going to be at 5 p.m. live on Facebook, live on YouTube. And the theme for worship with Vashtie for this month is mercy. Mercy. Oh yeah, wow, please.
All right. So I feel that, everyone who is under a church as a minister, that is your covering.
Yeah.
In fact, you cannot even say that you are a music minister and you don't have a church. You are a vagabond. You are not a music minister. I'm sorry. You are a vagabond. If you don't have a pastor, you don't have a church, and you say that you are a music minister, I am sorry, sir, you are a vagabond. Because nobody is mentoring you. Nobody is talking to you. You say you can do it on your own. You are lying. You are lying. The truth is that find a church. Identify with the church. Get the pastor to know everything about you. And then your loyalty is that when there is a program in your church, you owe the church a responsibility to be there, to attend, especially music program, whether you are ministering or not. If you don't have other engagements, make sure you attend. And if you have other engagements, ensure that your pastor is aware and has given you approval to go. There's one thing that I have consistently practiced. Anytime I have administration anywhere, I go and I inform my pastor that, sir, I've been given this invitation to go to this church. And he will say, okay, he will pray with me. If he feels that he's not too comfortable with it, he will ask some other questions like that, and he will tell me his reservations. But I don't go for administration without informing my pastor. And when I come back, he will tell me how was the administration. Before I go, he will pray for me, say the Lord will go with you and the Lord will minister mightily through you. And that has helped me. It has encouraged me. But you that is just running up and down, kitty, kitty, kata, kata. See, don't be a vagabond. Come back. Come back.
Vagabond is not a bad word. I've checked for the meaning. Vagabond is a person who wanders from place to place without a home or a job. So if you do not have a home, you are a
vagabond. Your church is your home. Your church should be your home.
Very true.
I learned something from Nathaniel Bassey.
Yes.
He didn't tell me, but I know. Nathaniel Bassey don't see. They do not fix any program when their church is having a program.
Especially national programs.
Especially national programs. I have seen Dunsi cancel upper room or shift the date of upper room so that he can accommodate the program that they have in church. Yeah. I have seen Nathaniel Bassey attend Holy Ghost conference and say that period is not even taking any invitation. Some of us will say, if I stay, will the church give me anything? I've heard somebody say that, that invitation, they are going to give me like 20K. I better go. Church no go give me anything. My brother, my sister, that money, it will finish in a split second. But you see loyalty. You see honor. If you don't learn to give honor to whom honor is due, before you know it, that ministry that you are running, it will die. It will die before your very eyes like this. Better be answerable to somebody. God bless you. I love you.
Thank you very much. Joshua says sorry, man. Thank you very much. So this has been Worship Gist with Vashtie and Phemie.
Yeah.
It's been a very engaging one.
I'd like to say something.
I was very, very successful in bringing out the fire from Mama. Thank you very much.
I'd like to say something, please. While it is important that the church supports you as a music minister, even if the church is not supporting you, it's not a yardstick
for you
to drop the gift or walk away from the church or start casting the church. Yes. No. If you hear clearly from God that you should leave, fine. But if you not hear from God and you leave, based on anger and based on they are not treating you the way they should treat you, this and that, you may fall into error. So ensure that you hear God clearly before you know which action to take. Don't just rush into doing things, because if you rush, you find yourself.
And if your road is bumpy if your road to success is bumpy, and some of this no support, no this is part of the bumpy road, just take it as your own wilderness experience.
Yeah.
And your wilderness experience is just cooking you for your destiny.
Sure.
And I tell you, you will turn out for the better. You turn out for the best. Many people who have gone through this and felt the church did not support them, please don't get hard bones to grind with or access to grind with the church, and don't be angry with the church. You're being angry with the church, that means you're being angry with God. There's no need for that. Thank God that He has brought you to where you are. Thank God He has made you who you are. And just take it as if it was a wilderness experience that God used those people to help you to go through. Maybe if they had given you what you wanted at that time, you wouldn't get to where you are now. But try to push yourself. Try to make yourself get to that point. And I tell you, you'll be better for it in Jesus' name. Thank you for joining us, everyone.
Thank you.
We love your reviews. We love your views. Thank you for all you do for us. Please don't forget to share this edition. Don't forget to subscribe also. Please.
And drop comments. Please don't just drop comments so that we will hear from you too. Yes. That's the only way we can hear from you.
Please give us your reviews. Tell us what you feel.
Yes, don't be scared.
It makes us.
We love corrections.
It makes us get better. Please subscribe so that anytime we drop any video, you'll be able to get the video alert. And I'm telling you that this. We have lots of content. We have lots of videos that you will enjoy and will be edifying for you. I said something. and I think it's a prophecy. I said you're going to get video alert. I prophesy into your life that you will get financial alert in Jesus' name. Thank you very much for joining us on this edition of Worship G's with Vashtie and Phemie. We love you. Thank you.
Peace out.
Sign out.